Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday afternoon. We're following on another episode of the Great Farm Cleanup. Now the time has come to start loading the van because we're going back tomorrow afternoon and I have to get a large massage armchair out of the house, which is a bit of a challenge. That's got to go in first and then we can start packing boxes and everything. Let's go and have a look at how I'm going to get it out. Okay, it's a big armchair, it's heavy, it's a relatively expensive massage chair, and I don't know how the guys got it in because I've just measured it up and it's too wide to fit through the door. The farmhouse does have a glass sliding door down there, but something's moved and I think the whole wall's dropped and we can't get the door to open at all. It's well and truly stuck. So my plan is to lay it on its side and slide it out on the blanket. There's a bit of an access ramp at the door here, so we don't really have a step to worry about. But I don't want to mark the fabric. It's still in as new condition, and being very heavy, we're not going to be able to lift it very easily. So the plan is to slide it. The trouble is we had to turn it on and put it into recliner mode to allow us to angle it out the door on its side because the backrest propped up and we tried it and it was jamming against the door. So now that it's reclined, hopefully we can slide it out. Now that we have the chair out here, the challenge is to get it up the ramp. Now, I've tried to wheel it up and there was no way known. I was getting no traction on the ramp with my shoes and I couldn't even get the wheels up the first step. So, failing someone to help me push it, I thought, oh, I should be able to do this on my own. I like a challenge. So, I've put a bit of a rope around the blue rope there, just around the trolley and the chair to hold them together so it can't slip off. It's got a good purchase there on the bottom. It can't slip down that way. And I've just got a rope up into one of the tie points in the front of the van with a hitch type set up there, and I should be able to move it a bit with the rope, perhaps not pull it up completely with the rope because it is on a bit of an angle, but I think I can stand beside here and move the trolley up and then take up the slack as I go. What do you reckon? Can I do this on my own? I do like a challenge of doing everything on my own. We'll see how we go. There we go, chair's in successfully. Give a man a good piece of rope and the right dose of determination and you can achieve anything. So I just have to untie the trolley, get it out of there, and then we can push the chair right back up to the front of the van. We can probably start packing some boxes now and then look at getting a few more cabinets in. And through the magic of video, it's done. Well, nearly completely full. Got a decent load in there. We've got a couple of cabinets that were in the lounge inside, so they're back-to-back in there. A lot of bags of stuff, some recycling, lots of tubs and crates that Greg boxed up from inside. So pretty decent load. I'm pretty happy with that. I will top it up a bit more in the morning. So it's currently Wednesday evening. We're just starting to run out of light. Let's see if we've got a pretty sunset tonight. Yeah, not a bad one. So it's been a great day. I've really achieved a lot. I'm happy to have the shed cleaned up around the outside too. It's easier to keep neat with the blower, with those weeds chipped away. Didn't have the guy come and pick up the pot plants. So there you go. We had one failure on Facebook today. When I say pot plants, I mean those pots. It doesn't really matter because, you know, I didn't hold them specially for him. There wasn't other people wanting them either. It's just a shame that they didn't go to someone that could use them. Maybe they will next trip. I'll probably do another bulk sale listing on Facebook Marketplace next time I'm home. This one was very successful, as I said. Still got a bit of free cheapy stuff here that no one seems to want, but you know, that's the nature of it. So we're just about winding up. I might squeeze another little video in the morning before we head off about lunchtime if I have anything interesting to share with you. But pretty well the main priority for this trip was to have the van loaded. We're pretty full. I'll squeeze a few more things in the morning, and we're going to take some more pot plants back for Mum's new garden. Disappointing events of this week. Well, not too many. I did plan to clean up under this silo and only got some of that done, so maybe I'll finish that in the morning. Just some stuff to go down to the scrap metal pile and a few other bits of rubbish under there, but that's pretty good. Didn't get the ute out of the shed. We were going to do a load of scrap metal to the transfer station, just light tin and wire. Didn't get around to that. Next time I do that though, I will have to get those two freezer bodies there, and there's some fridges in another shed that have to go. So that will probably be next trip. I won't have time to do that in the morning. The other thing I did hope to do this week that I didn't get to was empty the cupboards in the workshop here. But we did get more done in other areas that I hadn't planned to. So I guess it balances out. All this side of the shed's now nice and neat, which is great. But those green cupboards still have some stuff in it. And the cupboards over the far side, I was going to try and empty those. We didn't get to that. But you can't achieve everything. I'm pretty happy with a couple of days we've had here. And as I said earlier, the main focus was to fill the van. Back in Mum's shed, we did get some stuff organised. We have some more clothes and things to go to the charity shop in Nagambie, which is good. It's always good to get rid of that sort of stuff. So this is certainly thinning out in here now. We'll try and forge further down that wall next time. We do have to start packing up rocks and gemstones out of that cabinet. And Mum has decided that we're going to sell that cabinet. She won't really have room over in her new house. So I'll have to do some serious marketing on that cabinet. I would like to think we'd get about $500 for it. I did have one in my shop, my old shop, a couple of years ago that I managed to sell for $700. So we'll need to empty it, but I could probably do some photos while it's full just to show how it's such a nice display. So we might look at doing that next trip, and we'll hopefully get some more clutter out of this shed. We'll get some more stuff out of the house as well. And if I do another episode tomorrow morning, I might take you for a walk around the house and show you how it's starting to empty out. But as far as this episode goes, the sun's setting, we'll call it quits. And I've got to go in and have some dinner. So thanks for hanging out with me again, guys, on another episode at the farm. I know a lot of you are really enjoying this series, and it will continue for quite some time. But the other thing about it, and I have mentioned in a previous video, it's going to be a great record of the end of an era. You know, my grandkids will probably, some of them won't remember the farm. The older ones probably will remember. But then again, as they get old and I maybe have great-grandkids, or at least the generations I would like to think would continue if the planet kind of holds itself together, it will be great for future generations to see the wind-up of the family farm that went for 3 or 4 generations around this area. So it is a bit of an end of an era, but it's nice to document it all. I'm pleased I can share it with you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. I might try and squeeze in a little video tomorrow morning, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.